Yo, what's going on, you freaky frogs? I have a little bit of a treat for you all. I held a little event in my Discord to kind of see how the community was feeling going into patch 1.5. I asked all of them a series of questions regarding the game and some of the stuff you might want to stick around for because there was some hot takes. If you ever want to be a part of these events in the future, make sure to join the Discord. The link is pinned in the comment section down below. And for those of you that are new here, my name is Smagsan. I make ZZZ discussion-based videos to spark up talks between the community. If this sounds interesting to you, make sure to hit the sub button and turn the notification bell on so you don't miss out on any future videos. If you can set up a 5-sub goal for the vid, it'd be greatly appreciated. And that's enough yapping. Let's get into this. So just to keep it short and simple, I decided to ask everyone that I interviewed 6 simple and easy questions. One is overall feeling going into patch 1.5. Are they excited? Are they happy? Are they sad? What's the deal? How's everyone feeling? The second question is, how do you feel about Astra, Yao, and Evelyn? Who are you pulling for and why? And the third question is, any changes that you wish to see in patch 1.5? Yes, I know that we already know what's coming in 1.5, but let's say if they were a ZZZ dev themselves, what would they like to see in the game? Fourth question is thoughts on the new EO system versus TVs. And the fifth question is thoughts on the 2-banner system. You know how we had Miyabi and Haramasa going at the same time for the whole patch. Do they prefer that? Or do they want to go back to the one character for the first half of the patch and another character for the second half of the patch? And then in the sixth question, which I really wanted to hear people's opinion on, is thoughts on mid-patch downtime. Is it just me, or does mid-patch feel extremely slow? So those are the 6 questions that I decided to ask everybody that I interviewed, and these are their responses. All right, Adam, what's going on, my man?
Bro, I've just been chilling right now. I've been playing GTA all day with my voice. You know how it is.
GTA?
Yeah. On the grind.
All right, so look, you already know what's going on. We're having a little interview / event here, and I just kind of wanted to get an idea of how everyone's feeling going into patch 1.4 or 1.5. So I think the first question we could lead off with is, how's your feeling about going into 1.5? Are you excited, happy, sad, upset? Let me know why. What's going on?
50-50, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm quite excited because it's obviously new story, new chapter. That's going to be great. Okay. Can't wait for that. New characters, new combat, everything. More polys to get, but I am very disappointed because of one particular thing.
I already know what you're about to say. Okay, let's hear it. Why are you upset?
Am I allowed to say swear words here? Can I ask?
Yeah, I think we're 30 seconds. Just don't spam them.
Those fucking bastards. That tiny midget robot. It's the bane of my existence. I had a plan. I have 300 pulls in my bank right now. I was going to get more, but 300 pulls deep. I was planning on spamming them all out in GUN and then, getting them for the next patch for Chingy. So that was the plan. They've gone and royally twisted their fingers on my boot holes, screwed me over. And so basically, I'm very pissed off because I'll probably have about 100 pulls, knowing my shit luck when GUN comes out. So basically, I'm expecting, I want to say 150 pulls compensation from Mahoyo from this disturbing event for emotional damage and tragic moments.
So,
but yeah.
So they nuked your experience because no GUN.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
I'm expecting poly.
But also, if you look at it optimistically, this means you got another patch to save so you can, E6er.
Yeah, that's true. That is true, except for the fact that I have no luck. And I'm lazy as well, so I probably won't even do that much grinding. So I might just spend more money.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
that works too, right? Just swipe.
I got money in the bank.
Yeah. Right, that works.
Exactly. It's fine.
All right. So, next question would be how do you feel about Astra, Yao, and Evelyn? And are you pulling on any of them? And let me know why you're pulling on who.
I was planning on getting Astra.
Okay.
I was originally actually gonna go Astra, then GUN, then Chingy. But I decided against it purely because I just wanted to save more pulls for GUN because I'm pretty sure you can tell from my name.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan.
GUN's husband. House husband, right?
Yeah. Evelyn, I'm not a fan of her design or her gameplay ideas.
Really? Okay.
It doesn't seem appealing to me. Okay. I'm a kind of guy, But originally I was going to go for Astra Yao. She seems like a brilliant support, but overall I don't think I'm going to try and pull for her. Maybe on a rerun. if that's in about a year's time, to be honest. So that's probably going to be a no for me. But yeah, I think it's looking pretty good for the people who are going to be pulling for them, and I wish them the best of luck. Yeah.
W. So you're pulling on no one. You're just going to be saving pulls.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And on to the next one is any changes you wish to see in patch 1.5 besides them whooping out a secret Ju-Yuan banner.
I'm expecting at least 3 Ju-Yuan skins. At least 3.
3 Ju-Yuan skins in patch 1.5.
I'll buy all of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It gotta be secret though. I don't mind if it's £25 a skin. I'll buy them all.
Okay, well, like,
but
150 each. Would 150 pounds each? Would you still do it?
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah. I'd do that.
Bro's a mega Ju-Yuan.
That's like money.
Okay.
Yeah.
I respect it.
But I think, on a serious note, I think we should get more, like, you know how Khalida and Ben have the special combat mechanic where they can team up together?
Yes.
I think that would be cool to see with other factions, like maybe Miyabi and Yanagi.
That would be
them
insane.
teaming up. Or maybe Ju-Yuan and Miyabi because they've been friends in the past. I think that would be a nice thing to see.
That would be insane, actually.
And speaking of them, they actually have like specialized voice lines for when they swap in with each other in combat, which I think would be cool to see with other agents as well. I think those two things are what I'm looking for, really.
Honestly, yeah, I could get down with those dual, alt kind of animation thingies. I know, what's that one game? It's another RPG, arena RPG gacha game. Ether Gazer. Ether Gazer has that as well. I don't know if you've ever played that game, but a lot of different characters have different animations with whoever they do the alt with, and it's really freaking cool. So seeing that in ZZZ would actually be awesome. I'd be down with that.
Yeah.
So next question is thoughts on the new EO system versus the TVs. What do you prefer over the other? Do you like both? What's your opinion on it?
I wasn't a massive fan of the TV system when I first started playing, but it did grow on me over time. The only thing that really frustrated me about it was the fact that sometimes when a character would speak like Wise or Bell, it would stop you from moving. That really annoyed me.
Yeah.
But I'm not the biggest hater of it. I don't mind it. But I do prefer the EO system.
Okay.
That's just my opinion though.
Okay. Sweet. All right. And next question is thoughts on the 2-banner system with Miyabi and Harumasa. Do you think they should keep continuing to do these kind of banners where all of them run at the same time throughout the whole patch? Or should they just do the, one half of the patch is one character and the second half of the patch is the next character?
I think running the 2 main banners at the same time for, say, new agents, I think that is a good idea because it just lets people actually have a chance to fully grind and get the characters they want and get them, say, M1, M2 if they need it.
Right.
But I think having the rerun banners one at a time would be a lot better because even then it gives more, because I feel like it'll be too clunky, say 4 straight banners for a month straight. I feel like that'd be way too clunky for the game.
Yeah. It would be kind of like,
and then you've also got
my apologies, go ahead.
No, it's okay. You go first. You go.
I was about to say is I think it would be I don't know if you've seen the issue with HSR, how they have about 8 banners, technically 16 if you count the limited weapon banners going on literally at the same, 8 going on at the same time, and then in the second half of the patch another 8, and it's getting very predatory to the consumers here because you'll never know when these characters are going to be released again.
Yep.
So seeing, 3 different rerun banners in one patch, that would kind of be like overkill. So giving these players, one rerun at a time, a patch, would be very beneficial for people to just plan. So like, let's say they did the first character in the game, Ellen, first in one patch. Boom. Now we know the next character is going to be Ju-Yuan, right? 100%. So you can... So you can plan ahead. Like, I feel like that would be beneficial instead of having 2. And the reason why I don't like the 2 is because it's gonna deplete the reruns too fast. Truthfully, it's gonna be, I don't know. But go ahead, finish it.
It's also with the W engines as well, because already four like pure banners with main limited agents is already quite a lot, and it will be difficult to get all of them in 1 month. But then you've also got the W engines, which are extremely beneficial to the agents
100%.
running at the same time. So you've essentially got 10 banners on at the same time, including the standard and the Flying Boo banner. It's just way too much in my opinion. I think having it 1 month at 2 limited agents, the main ones, straight, that's fine. But the reruns, I think they should calm down on them.
I
Have them
agree.
on that time like they're doing now.
I agree. All right. And the last question, thoughts on the mid-patch downtime? Is it just me, or does it feel like the mid-patch feels extremely slow? I don't know if it was because we had a 2-banner system this patch where all the characters were going at the same time and there was less to look forward to, but I felt after like the first week of patch 1.4, shit was just super slow. I don't know. What's your thoughts on that?
I think it is partially because of that as well, but I think also because usually we've got more content to look forward to in the next half of the patch, I guess. But having the chapter come out at the same time, such a massive update, people's expectations are a lot higher than usual. So after the first, say, week, the rest of the patch isn't going to feel as exciting because all the hype around it is already at its max and it's faded because everyone's already got Miyabi or Harumasa at the W engines. They finished the story.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a big contributing part of it.
Okay. So how do you think they should combat this?
I think if they were to do the 2-banner system, like at the same time again, I think instead of putting all the content at the start of it, they should instead sprinkle in some mini events and maybe say try and go for 2 shorter story modes instead of 1 longer one throughout the patch.
Yeah, I agree. All right, sweet. So that's all the questions I pretty much had. Is there any closing comments you want to make? Let's say some ZZZ devs are listening. Any comments you want to make? Let's hear it.
Let me make one thing straight. If I don't see Julian in 1.6, there will not be another patch you will be able to make because I will find you. I will hunt you down. And I better expect compensation when 1.5 comes around. Those are my comments. Thank you very much.
All right, W, appreciate you coming by, Adam, my man. Thank you.
No problem, bro. See you,
right.
bro. See you.
All right. This is our first time yapping, actually. So what's going on, champion?
Not much, man. Just living life. How you been recently? So,
the holidays were good. Back to the grind, content grind, work grind, life grind. It's
a guy's got to do what a guy's got to do. I respect that.
Yep.
Just jump right into the questions.
Let's jump right into the questions. So what's your overall feeling going into patch 1.5? Are you feeling excited, happy, sad? What's going on? Let's hear it.
Well, with 1.4, definitely, I think 1.4 was Zenless's best update by far. I really enjoyed it. Was able to get Miyabi, and of course they gave us Harumasa for free, but overall it was really good. I liked the events that they gave us. The Bang Boo versus Ethereal one. Like a lot of the events were really good. I especially liked I forgot what it was called, the Pale Wasteland event, I believe. That was also really good. Overall, it was just a really good patch. I really liked the story as well. I feel like it could have been longer, but overall, I think it was really good. As for 1.5, I will say, not as hyped going into that, but I'm fine with it. I'm still excited for it. It's not a step down. It's a tone down from 1.4, and they're going back to the style of, phase 1 banners and phase 2 banners. So I'm fine with that. And I'm just looking forward to it overall. I like the new area that they showed off. I really like Astra because I like her voice. The skin that they have for her. Oh, I'm getting that skin 100%. It's so good for her. Okay. And I know they're giving out the Nicole skin for free. And then the Ellen skin. I mean, okay. Let's be real with that Ellen skin. They should have given that to us for free.
I know.
We have seen her out in the public with that suit on. There is no reason why we have to buy that skin.
100%.
There's no point.
100%. Bro, listen.
Listen,
I feel like everyone that buys that skin, you're stupid. Just go put on a mod and you could just put it on her yourself for free. That's all I'm saying. Put
on a mod at your own risk, I will say. Put it on at your own risk.
True. Because, that's against Hoyo terms. I mean, don't do that and get caught. Skill issue. Just don't get caught.
I'm never doing that. But I am going to get that Astra skin. Ellen skin. I mean, again, they should have given that to us for free, but I'm not going for that. And then Nicole skin. She's literally beach girl Nicole with that skin. Yeah. I don't know if anybody's going to agree with me on that, but that's what I see. And I love Nicole, so I have no complaints about that. Yeah. Honestly.
W. All right, so
Okay.
with that being said, how do you feel about Astra, Yao, and Evelyn? I know you said you're really hyped for Astra and you're gonna get her skin.
Yes.
But who are you rolling for? Are you rolling for Astra? Are you rolling for Evelyn? Are you rolling for both? Let's hear.
So with that, Astra, I'm definitely going for Astra because she's going to be a really good support, especially for my Miyabi team.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure the previous person you had was like Rusty, and he mentioned the Miyabi and Evelyn comp, which
he did.
I don't know how that's gonna work out, to be honest. But you know, he did say waifu over meta, and I respect that.
Right.
But for me, I'm going for Astra, and I know that they're rerunning Ellen. I keep thinking I want to say Evelyn, but they're rerunning Ellen in the first phase. Let's just be honest, nobody's going for Ellen because literal power crept by Miyabi. So, but if those people want Ellen, and you know, you like Ellen, I respect that. Go ahead and get her. But I'm going for Astra. Yeah, I will. Astra is the must pull for this patch. That's all I'm saying. She's the must pull. As for Evelyn and what's the other one in phase 2? Qingyi, isn't it? I believe it's Qingyi. I'm not going for Evelyn because, and I said this in the previous call, I'm pretty sure a lot of people at this point in the game would have Soldier 11. If you invested enough time to make sure Soldier 11's good, because like mine's is pretty good and it's M1, there's no reason to go for Evelyn if you have a well-invested Soldier 11.
100%.
So I'm not gonna get Evelyn, but I am gonna go for Qingyi because I love Qingyi and I don't use Anbi anymore. I love Anbi, but Qingyi just provides so much more stun value.
100%.
So
100%.
Not really much to say there, except Qingyi's just that good. But yeah, I will be going for Astra, skipping Ellen, skipping Evelyn, and I'm going for Qingyi.
W.
That's all. That's my pull plan.
W. And so I know we already have an idea on what's coming in patch 1.5. We've seen the dev live stream. We already know what's popping. But let's say if you were a dev and you could implement any new change into patch 1.5, what would it be?
Oh, that's gonna be a hard one. There's two actually.
Okay, let's
First one, infinite stamina. As a person who's played the entire of the Zenless game from the beginning to now, I feel like having infinite, and not just Zenless, like different Hoyo games, because I'm gonna take this for an example. Let's look at Genshin and Star Rail. They both increased their stamina cap from, what was it, like Zenless, or not Zenless, Genshin I think was like 180 or something. I don't remember. But they increased that to 200, and then with Star Rail it was 240, and then went up to 300. So I feel like probably not infinite stamina, but another stamina cap for Zenless, strictly because, let's just be honest, grinding for disc drives is one of the most annoying things you have to do to make your character good. And actually everything else you got to do, the credits, the level up materials, talent materials, don't even get me started on that. But I just think it's better to have a higher stamina cap, and even though the downside of that being it would take longer to refill if, say, you used it in like one sitting. You'd have to wait a couple of days for it to refill.
100%.
But again, I just think that would be perfect. Second thing I would probably implement is, you know how Genshin has the Chronicle Wish thing if you've like lost your 50-50 too many times? I think like they could have something like that in Zenless. I don't know how they will implement that, but
wait,
considering,
are you talking about the Chronicle Wit? I'm pretty sure that's only for weapons. No, that's not for.
No, I don't know how to describe it. With Genshin, they have it like if you've like specifically characters, not weapons. With the characters, let's say if you lost too many 50-50s or like double 50-50 back to back, there's like a special animation that Genshin would do to say like, oh, you're guaranteed this character you're pulling for. I feel like with Zenless, they could probably do that in some way. I don't know how, but they could. Strictly because, and I'm saying this from a standalone point of view. I've only lost 150-50, but I've seen a different YouTuber. I don't remember his name, but I think his name is like Kakavin or something like that. I don't remember his name, but I've seen his videos before where he's lost, I believe, almost every 50-50 in Zenless, if not all of them. So I feel like if you, yeah, I know.
Knock on wood, I ain't trying to have that curse, bro.
But yeah, he's lost, I think, almost all of his 50-50s. And I feel like if you lose too many, you're like, they have to do a special animation to say, oh, you'd be guaranteed to get this character if you lose two 50-50s back to back. You know what I mean?
That'd be cool.
They probably, I don't know if they would do that, but that's just my take on it. Personally.
Okay, cool. No, that's pretty unique. I like that.
Yeah.
One of the things that I really liked was Average Grim. He said when you get dupes, you can have the option of either choosing the Mindscape or an exclusive currency that you can use for skins.
I did not think about that. That's a really good idea, actually.
Yeah. Because
thinking about it, say like you pull a character that you didn't want, you could trade that in for like the polychromes or something. Oh, that's actually okay. I kind of wish that does happen in the future. That would be so good and really reliable too.
It would lose them a lot of money, but it would be pretty dope. It would be pretty dope.
I like that idea, honestly. I like it.
Yeah. But on to the next question is, what's your thoughts on the two banner system? How Harumasa and Miyabi were both going on at the same time during the whole patch. Do you think that they should continue down this route, or do you think they should go back to one character for the first half of the patch and then the second character for the other half?
I'm gonna be honest, and this is probably gonna be a hot take for me.
All
like,
right.
if you like Miyabi, and if you like Miyabi or Harumasa, I'm fine with that. But I feel like with those banners running the entire patch of 1.4, it made it drag out longer than it should have been.
Yeah.
Honestly. Because we're so used, with any gacha game, you're so used to the banners being like there for like what, 25 days or something like that, and then they go away, and then the next set of characters come in. With these two, I like them, don't get me wrong, and it was an interesting way to do it, but I personally think that they should stick to the two banner system with like phase 1 and phase 2, because again, having both on one single patch, like straight all the way through, it's gonna drag out the patch longer than it needs to be.
100%.
So Zenless devs, listen up and take this into account going forward, please and thank you. Please do that.
This leads into my next question is, so what's your thoughts on the mid-patch downtime? Is it just me, or does it feel like the patch is extremely slow? Now, I think the reasoning was just because of what you said was how Miyabi and Harumasa were both at the same time, so that way we lost kind of the mid-patch hype. But I feel like a few tweaks here and there. If they give it a bit more content in the middle of the patch, they don't lay out their whole deck in the beginning of the patch. I feel like that could be worked around while still keeping the two banner system. But that's just my opinion. What's yours?
Yeah, I personally feel like the mid-patch downtime, there was barely any. We barely had anything, to be honest. Because once again, with them on the same page going that entire patch, we barely had any events. I think we've only had the events I mentioned earlier with like the Pale Wasteland, the Bangu versus Ethereal, Harumasa's story, and things like that. It felt like all of that came all at once in the beginning, and then as we got towards the middle, and now we're at the end of 1.4, I just feel like that hype just died down as soon as we got through everything in the beginning.
100%.
So like the story, those events and everything like that. It was just the hype was all in the beginning, and then everything else fell really flat during the way through. 1 it was still good. It was still a really good update overall. It just got dull really quick into the second half of it. So
yeah, I agree.
I hope they don't do that again.
So if you were a ZZZ dev, how would you combat that?
You're saying how would I combat like the mid-patch downtime? Are you saying how would I
like how would
function
you
with that?
how would you make it so that there is no downtime? How, you know, the beginning, middle, and even a little bit in the end can still feel like there's stuff to do?
I feel like there would be, and it's probably going to be too much, 3 events per, well, maybe like 3+ events per section of the patch. So like the first part, you have 3-4 events that gives you like, I don't know, let's say 5,000 polychromes in the beginning. They do that. Then the second part, maybe 4 or 5 events, you get let's say 7,000. That's 12,000 right there. And then the last patch, they just give you like maybe 6. Well, okay, I don't want to go too overboard with that many events. So like maybe 5-6 events. That gives you like another, I don't know, let's say 13,000 polychromes altogether. You have that entire patch as a whole is 25,000 polychromes. So I feel like every couple of days they should drop an event like every now and then within that part of the patch, so that way it will keep the viewers the people playing and reward them at the end of the day, because they're gonna have to get those polychromes for those characters that they want later down the line.
I agree. I mean, how realistic would that be for them to drop, you know, what is that, 3, 6, 9, 12 events in a patch? That would be very unlikely, but if we could do that, that would be dope. That would be dope.
It would be very good. I wouldn't complain either, because that's free polychromes right there for just doing the event.
100%.
And also, I don't know if we're allowed to also like mention, do you have any predictions for what the rerun system for 1.6 could be? Do you have any predictions on that? I know that some people also said like Zhu Yuan and Jane Doe would get their reruns. I wouldn't mind that personally, because I really want Jane, but what are your thoughts on that? I'm curious.
I think a lot of Jew fans, that's crazy to say. What the fuck? What the fuck? A lot of Zhu Yuan fans.
Zhu fans, I'm gonna remember that. I'm gonna remember that now.
That's crazy. It's so crazy.
Continue.
A lot of GUN fans have been really waiting for the character, so I think as a business move, they're gonna have Jew on there. But I think I'm gonna take a wild guess here. I think either Caesar or Bernice is gonna be the next one.
You really think it's? I mean, I could see it, but here's the thing. I say Jane Doe because can we? Oh, I don't know if I want to talk about this. But like,
let's condense it because we're a little bit overboard.
Yeah, I want to like, assets. Jane's assets. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's insane.
Like you see where I'm going though. Like you've seen how many people have reacted to Jane, and the thing is, I also really need Jane because I hate dealing with the doppelgangers in the game. I absolutely hate dealing with them, and I feel like Jane's the only way for me to actually do well on them. That's just me. Hear
me out. I think they're going the route of the more popular rerun characters. So like how Ellen Joe is a fan favorite for everyone, but then there's Jingyi, and it's like, oh, okay, it's Jingyi. Next one, Zhu Yuan, and then, you know, just throw someone else like in there. Like maybe like a Caesar. Caesar wasn't too crazy, you know, hype-wise.
Yeah, you saying that, I could see Bernice possibly getting a rerun at 1.6.
Yeah.
But who knows?
Exactly.
I feel like Jane. I'm still putting my bets down on Jane being in phase 2 of 1.6, but we don't know yet. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, man. But I appreciate you stopping by and yapping with me, answering these questions, bro. I really do appreciate it. It was fun. I liked your energy too. It was very interactive. I liked it.
I tried. It's no problem. I tried.
Appreciate you though. Thank you so much. Vid should be out tomorrow morning. I'm gonna try and edit this out tonight, but we'll see. And yeah, I appreciate you stopping by, my man. Thank you so much. And
yes, sir.
Hopefully 1.5 rolls treat you well, my man.
Here's to those Astra and Evelyn pulls. Good luck, everyone.
Good luck. I appreciate you, man.
What's up, homie?
Nothing much, man. Chilling. Vibing. How's your Sunday going? I know it's close to nighttime for you, right?
Yeah, only 10:15. It's still early.
Oh yeah, that's still early for you, bro. You be staying up till like 6 a.m. But now that we got the intros kind of out of the way, the first question is, how you feeling going into patch 1.5? You excited, happy, sad, timid? Why? What's going on? Let's hear it.
Real shit, I'm really excited, mainly because Astra sings in Cantonese.
Oh, I didn't know that.
As a Canto person, or someone born in Hong Kong, raised in Hong Kong, Cantonese is a big part of my life. So hearing that is crazy.
Okay.
Especially in Zenless.
Okay.
And with her latest, with the latest PV that they came out with, the MV actually, I should say, that has got me really excited for Astra.
Sweet.
Of course, I'm still loyal to Evelyn, right?
Oh.
Please.
Okay. Well, always gotta
love that archetype, the femme fatale.
That's crazy. I mean, no, I agree. I'm pulling on Evelyn too. But this actually kind of goes into my next question: is how are you feeling about Astra, Yao, and Evelyn? You said that you like Astra Yao because she speaks in a language that you're, sings in a language that you're very familiar with. But I guess this kind of goes into who are you pulling for and why? Are you pulling on both? Because it seems like you do like both, or are you only pulling on one?
Gosh, I had a conversation with the others.
Okay.
The problem, I actually want to link this into the two banner system.
Okay.
Where?
Wait, hold on. Time out. That's another question.
Yeah, I know. That's why. Is it?
You know what? It's all good. Let's hear it.
Okay. Because we were already getting reruns, right? It's only 1.5, I think it was.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's really quick to get reruns.
Mm-hmm.
In my opinion, it is, especially because of all the S ranks we're getting, and only one A rank since launch, which is Seth. I really want Astra, Evelyn, and Shingi. Okay. I genuinely want all three of them, but I don't have the pulse for it. So what I'm probably going to do is, I can get 2 S ranks at most. I might see if I can win my 50-50 for Astra if I don't get in early.
Okay.
But then save at least enough pulls to guarantee Evelyn.
Okay.
That's probably what I'm going to do.
So you're going to have to end up skipping out on Jingyi.
Probably going to have to skip out at least one.
Okay.
Unless I get lucky. I hope I get lucky.
Remember fucking that first 10 pull we got you, Miyabi?
Yeah, that first
insane.
Right.
Insane. So
I hope I have that luck again.
So I'm assuming no weapons we're rolling for?
No, nothing in that budget.
Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna be real. I don't think has been like a solidified weapon that you need to pull besides Miyabi's. Everything else seems okay. Seems like you can get away with like the 4-star stuff, but
yeah, you can definitely.
Yeah. So into the next question is kind of any changes that you're wishing to see in patch 1.5, because we already have an idea of what's all coming, but let's say if you had to make a change yourself, import it into 1.5, what would you have wanted to see?
It's a bit of a hard question because I genuinely like where the game is at right now.
Okay.
There are no major improvements that I can really think of because they actually covered all of it in this recent patch with all the quality of life updates.
They did. They're doing a pretty good job at bringing quality of life stuff to make the game just feel better for the consumers.
Yeah, especially with like I believe the overflow energy was introduced this patch, and it has been an absolute lifesaver.
Overflow? Wait, what happened?
How if you have excess ether batteries, it gets stored separately.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so you can have up to 2,400, I think.
And what was it before? Just 2,000?
Just nothing. It wasn't a thing until recently.
So no. Well, because unless it's just given out in the returnee banner, because I remember when I came back to the game in 1.3, I had 2,400 overflow energy, just chilling.
So then it might have been 1.3 then. I might have mistaken.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
That's the example I was trying to go for when I was considering what quality of life updates were introduced in.
Gotcha. That makes sense. One of the things that Adam said was he wishes, you know how Kaleida and Ben, is that his name, Ben? Yeah, they had that kind of alt animation together, and he was saying that he wants to see different factions have these kind of alt animations in the future.
That would be really cool. If Astra and Evelyn had one together.
That'd be dope.
Oh, that would be really cool.
That'd be dope. That'd be dope.
Two absolute doms.
Hell yeah.
Take that however you want.
So the next question is thoughts on the new EOS system versus the TVs. What do you like? What do you dislike? Let's hear it.
I don't mind the EOS system. It's fun. It's interesting.
Uh-huh.
I definitely, in my opinion, don't think that it's necessarily a game changer for me.
Mhm.
I enjoyed the TV, as I've mentioned before,
Uh-huh.
outside of this video or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry.
Sorry. Yeah, I like it. It's very fun, I will say. But I think for storytelling, especially when it comes to older stories like Neko Mata's story quest, where you had to interact with TVs to get the train moving.
Yeah.
I haven't seen how that looks with the EOS system or the EOS
me
gameplay,
neither.
so I am very apprehensive of how that is going to change, or how that was changed, I should say, and how it's going to look moving forward. Should they try to do something of that scale again? Because they couldn't have that scale in game with the EOS system.
Yeah. My biggest thing with this is it seems like the EOS system being implemented into the story is always going to be a patch behind. So it seems like unless it's in patch 1.5, I haven't seen too much info on patch 1.5 in the live stream. I decided to just go in blind. But if it's always going to be a patch behind, then what's the point? Like, you know, if we're always doing these patches without the EOS system in them, like, I don't know their direction, what they're trying to go with the EOS system. Did they just want to implement it into the earlier stages of the game to help bring in more players and retain them because the TV system was just so ass? Or like, I have no idea what their direction is they're trying to go with this.
I do think it's a replacement. 100% I do think it's a replacement. I did the Harumasa story quest. I don't know if you've done it.
Mm-mm.
But there was no TV at all and no EOS. It was
Yeah.
all with characters in the open.
Okay, so interesting. So you think that they're going just a route with no TVs at all? They just wanted to replace the beginning stages and then just leave it as it is going forward?
I do think the TVs will be reserved for endgame content, like
Okay.
what's it, Hollow Zero, I think.
Yep.
I think they used both EOS and the
Interesting.
TV mode, although I haven't played it. I
Okay.
haven't actually played it in a while.
Okay.
But yeah, so far I think for going forward, I feel like they're going into the direction where there's less emphasis on TVs and EOS as a method of getting through and telling story.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll just kind of have to wait and see how it plays out within the next handful of patches. Yeah. And
Yeah.
so thoughts on the two banner system at one time? Should they fully adopt this system, or do you think that it should just be one character for half the patch and another character for another half of the patch? What do you think about it?
For now, I think it's fine. What I would like to see, if they were to continue using this, is introduce more reruns, less S rank, and actually more A ranks
Yeah.
to fill in that space. Because all of us at this point have so many A ranks which are already M6.
Yeah, I have. Sorry, go ahead. My fault.
Sorry. That would just desensitize or de-incentivizes us to pull on any of the banners, even if the new S rank is on said banner.
I haven't. Yeah, it's strange how we haven't seen an A rank since, was it 1.2, 1.3?
1.1.
1.1 with, oh shit, damn.
With Seth and Jane Doe, yeah.
That's insane. No game should be doing that. I think I made this in a previous video where we need to just have 2 or 3 S ranks just pop out the cut in one patch to kind of even things out, because the way that we're going right now is terrible for us free to play. All around is terrible for everybody.
Yeah, it's terrible. We had the discussion in the other chat earlier about Star Rail currently having 8 banners.
Oh,
because 3 of them are reruns.
We talked about that too.
For half.
Yeah.
It's if it goes in that direction, I fear we're gonna have a problem with the amount of S ranks compared to A ranks.
It's too damn predatory. It's too predatory. And it's not fun to deal with. Like those 8 banners going up in HSR, technically 16 if you want to consider the weapon banners. It's insane. And I'd never want to see this game go the route where you need one character or you need 3 characters just to make one character work. I hope we never go down that direction at all.
I agree. I definitely agree.
And just to kind of wrap things up with this last question here, what's your thoughts on the mid-patch downtime? Is it just me, or does the patch feel kind of slow? Is it because we had the 2 banner system and there was nothing really to look forward to in the rest of the patch? What are your thoughts on it?
Okay, my response is going to come from a Genshin point of view.
Okay, let's hear it.
I've played Genshin since 1.4.
Mhm.
It's currently 5.3, I believe.
Mhm.
And frankly, there's been a lot of downtime.
Mhm.
At this point, it's just become a natural part of the game.
Okay.
Same with Starvale, where once you've done the main quests, there's not really all that much aside from events.
Mhm.
And even then, those can be done within like an hour every day.
Yeah.
So ultimately, my thoughts on mid-patch downtime,
Mhm.
I just feel they're naturally there. I don't really notice any problem with it. However, for people who want to, well, I think it's good because for people who don't have a lot of time, gacha games, which are naturally made to be 1 hour, 2 hour gameplay sessions a day,
Mhm.
that in the end is fine because that doesn't put a lot of pressure on people to finish content that they haven't done. If content lasted, significant content would last the whole patch.
Mhm.
Sorry, English. But ultimately, I can see why people would say that it's not a good thing because player retention is really needed, and
Mhm.
losing lots of players halfway through a patch can result in not a lot of them returning.
100%. I agree. Yeah.
Ultimately, if they included more events which featured more story, even if it's like side stories or anything of the sort, as long as there's interaction with some popular characters or even unpopular characters, I feel like that would really help give a bit more life to the game and the story in itself.
I agree. I think it's not a huge deal right now. I think people that play gacha games understand that mid-patch is just always typically slow. But I feel like if they keep continuing down this trend, they will start to lose people permanently.
Yes,
from
it
coming back.
will be a filter. It
Yeah.
will definitely be a filter.
And you'll just start forgetting about the game, not looking into the game, waiting for announcements on different patches. It's just, I don't want to see them go down that rabbit hole. So hopefully, maybe it's just a one patch kind of thing.
Hopefully
kinda
not,
see.
or at the very least, let's hope in future patches they address the issue.
Yeah. Sweet. That's about all the questions I had, though. Any last comments before we dip on out?
I want more polychromes.
I mean,
even as a low spender, I'm low on polychromes. I want more. I want a higher income.
hear me out though. I don't know if it's just me and patch 1.3 I felt like an overload because I came back to the game. I feel like this game is a little bit more generous than their siblings like HSR and Genshin.
Yeah, because they do have more end-game content, which is
That's true.
more polychromes. But I
Yeah.
feel like with the amount of S ranks, it's just
True.
time back. With the amount of S ranks they're popping out, I feel like a little more income would be greatly appreciated.
Hell yeah. I agree, my man. All right. Appreciate you stopping by. Thank you for hanging out with me, answering some
Yeah,
questions.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, for sure, my man. All right. Take care.
All right, bye YouTube.
All right, sweet, Rusty. Let's just kind of jump on into this, my man. What's your overall feeling going into patch 1.5? You feeling excited, happy, upset? Why? What's going on? Let's hear it.
I think it's going to be a neutral thing. I'm a Miyabi simp, so I was really excited for 1.4. 1.5 does look good, and I think I'll enjoy the cinematics, but that's about it.
Nothing.
It's not going to be too exciting to me.
Yeah, it just seems like a filler patch. Nothing too crazy with the story going on. More side story shit. Yeah, that's understandable. I get it, my man.
I've said a lot that the 1 point yada yada
Uh-huh.
is going to be introduction only.
You think we
And
ain't
then
gonna see
2.0 is
6.02?
No, it's gonna be 100% 2 is gonna be an expansion on everything.
Okay, all right.
Will they skip patches? Probably.
I hope they do. I hope 2.0's after. Like, I hope it's 1.7. 1.7.
I think it'll be, yeah. I think that's what it's gonna be because we already have characters for teas for 1.6.
Yeah.
So
I hope 1.7 is it. That's about it. So how do you feel about Astra, Yao, and Evelyn? Who are you pulling for and why?
okay, so I think having a first-time healer is really good, and they did nerf and buff her heals. I think it's going to be good for the combat environment, so everyone in tower is going to have a second Caesar, essentially. So comps will be like Miyabi Caesar Astra or Jane Caesar Astra. It's just going to be Caesar Astra.
Yeah.
Because heals.
Pretty much.
And then, who am I pulling for and why? I'm skipping Astra and going all in on Evelyn.
W.
But hear me out. Okay.
All right.
This is a full hot take, and I've gotten only criticism.
Okay, let's hear it.
M1 and M2 Evelyn are really good in my opinion, and they both have their separate buffs. Obviously, I'm going for M2 R1 to pair her with Miyabi. So hear me out.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like essentially full DPS with that team, and it's not going to work in like Miyabi's favor or Astra's favor, but it'll be Miyabi, Evelyn, some type of support. But I'm skipping Astra, and the idea behind it is both characters share stacks. So Miyabi has her charged attack. Evelyn has her charged attack. You can charge. I've been doing a charged attack into ultimate, so Miyabi charged attack into Evelyn ultimate and vice versa. If you're on controller, you can back swap.
Okay.
And I have M3 Miyabi, so I can generate stacks on my own. And M2 Evelyn can also generate stacks a little quicker. And I think it's going to be really compy, in my opinion.
So you want to do this for more of like the technical side with the gameplay?
Yes and no. It's not going to be like, hey, this is optimal. It's just going to be, fuck shit, I'm going to have fun.
Hell yeah. And that's how the game should be, man. That's how it is.
Yes. It's a waifu over meta any day.
100%. I agree with you, bro. Pull for who you like and screw the meta. I agree.
Yes.
W. That's interesting. That's a first. I never heard anyone say they're going to pair Ash or Miyabi with Evelyn. Interesting.
It's a take and a half. I've gotten criticism and people want to see recordings of it.
Hey, it's going to be on YouTube, bro. So the next question is, are there any changes that you want to see in patch 1.5? We kind of already have an idea on what's going on in patch 1.5 through the dev live stream. But let's say if you were a dev and you were able to implement any change into 1.5, what would you implement?
With Asher being implemented, a clear indicator you're being healed.
What do you
Straight
mean by
up.
that? Elaborate a little bit for the people.
So in Honkai Star Rail and Wuthering Waves, you have, when you're being healed, it shows green numbers. In Wuthering Waves, there's different types of elements, same with ZZD and Honkai Star Rail. But every time you're being healed, it's a flash of green numbers. Just doesn't matter. Since there's no green type of element, that's what we need in Zenless, since Ash is being added. And we need to know how much, etc., etc.
Pretty much. Okay, I actually like that one. That's interesting. That's an interesting.
And like and just a continuation off of that, future stuff. I'd love to see more implementation of weapon types like scythes. That's my main one. I'm a simp for scythes. Battle axes, lance. I'd love to see something with that, and broadswords. I'd love to see more stuff like weight transfer, like how Piper and Corrin do it. I'd love to see more and stuff like that.
Interesting. What's your thoughts on the new EO system versus the TVs? What do you prefer, or are you neutral?
Fall Guys system.
Okay, why?
Just straight up Fall Guys system. Back when I was starting the game, like I think 1.2 or 1.3, I gained an alt account because someone was giving them away. And it had Ellen. I had to replay through chapter 1, 2, and 3, which is TV stuff.
Uh-huh.
Boring as hell.
Uh-huh.
I'm so glad that they made an alternative.
Okay. Dope. So screw the TVs, apparently, like pretty much.
Screw the TVs.
Bet I'm the same way, bro. Get them TVs out of here. Listen, for all you
Same reason I haven't played the Abigail Fault stuff.
Yeah. UTV motherfuckers on YouTube. Hey, listen, I hate that shit. I'm gonna be real. It was bad for the game. Oh well, womp womp. All right. Next question. Thoughts on the 2 banner system at one time? Should they fully adopt this, or should they continue going, you know, one character for the first 3 weeks of the patch and then the next character going for the next X amount of weeks for the patch? Like, do you like the Miyabi and Harumasa banners going all at the same time, or do you think they should just do Astra Yao for the first 3 weeks or Evelyn for the in the next 3 weeks?
I think it's only good on reruns. And the reason why is because with dual banners all patch, you get the kind of FOMO, fear of missing out, and want to pull for both of them instead of just one. We were lucky for getting Harumasa for free, just M0 Harumasa, but you get that pick or choose. Do I go for, like how it was with this, do I go for Miyabi? Do I go for Harumasa? And I think it's only good with reruns, because if a rerun character you already have is coming out, then you can focus on the newest limited, or if you don't want the newest limited and you're waiting for your second half, go for Evelyn and Jingyi, you know?
Yeah.
I think it's only good for reruns, in my opinion.
So that's fair. So you would want to just go Astra Yao in a rerun, and then the next half of the patch, Evelyn in a rerun.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Or just like I'm doing on my ult, not going for Astra, but I'm going for Ellen's sake, because I have Ellen on my ult.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, that'd be dope. I think honestly, the 2 banner system, I think they should do, you know, Asher and Evelyn both at the same time and have a third rerun, like or as the third banner have a rerun. I feel like it'll be pretty much the same thing. It's just X the second rerun character, because I feel like we're burning through reruns way too quickly. If patch 1.5 or 1.6 has 2 rerun characters, we're gonna speed through them very, very quickly. And maybe this is actually a sign of early 2.0. Like 1.7 might be 2.0 if we're able to burn through these reruns that quickly. But I don't know. That's just me yapping.
I agree, actually. If they do continue doing reruns, they'll burn through their characters. But Honkai Star Rail's doing it, they might do it again if they need money.
Yeah. And so the last question that I have is, what's your thoughts on the mid-patch downtime? Is it just me, or does it feel like the patch is extremely slow? I think this maybe for me, maybe it's just because of Miyabi and Harumasa both being ran at the same time that there's no excitement for the second half of the patch. But it felt this patch, it was actually one of our quickest patches. It was only 6 weeks, but it felt super, super slow. What are your thoughts?
I disagree. This patch was really fast for me, and mid-patch downtime doesn't really happen with me because it updates at 3 in the morning and I usually sleep through it. But I can see that they could improve something with it or do a little more event hype.
Okay.
Like when 1.4 came out, they did that animation with Miyabi with her banner, but they didn't do it with Harumasa. I think they could do that when mid-patch banner switch over, so they could play, for those waiting right there for the change, they could play an animation or something for it, and bang, the X characters right there for you to pull.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. Well, I appreciate you stopping by, answering these questions, hanging out with me, yapping.
Yes.
Is there anything else that you want to say to the YouTube, or to maybe possibly any ZZZ devs listening? What are your ending comments here?
Stop smack, implement sites, and you will have all my money.
www. All right, man. I appreciate you stopping by, yapping with me. I hope you take care, man.
All right, you too.
All right, peace.
Back to having fun.
All right, all right, cool. So what's going on, my man? How are you?
Good. Sorry if I sound weird. It's like 1 a.m., so I'm kind of tired.
Oh shit. Oh, you should. Okay. All right. We'll try and get through this. All right, my man.
That's okay, it's okay. So I'm just saying my interview might be a bit shorter than the rest, and I'm sorry about that.
No worries, my man.
I'm not really in the... Yeah.
It's okay. I know it's a crap. It's hard to get a good time for everyone, because everyone's scattered around the whole world.
Yeah, it's like an international server.
Yeah, bro. All right, so I ain't gonna waste no more time then, because you got to get to sleep pretty soon. So I'm just gonna nail you with these questions. Pause.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Overall,
thank you, man.
What's your
I
feeling?
appreciate your understanding.
Yeah, for sure, man. So what's your overall feeling going into patch 1.5? Are you feeling excited, happy, sad? What's going on?
Honestly, neutral. I don't think anything new is gonna happen at 1.5. This story development wise, it just feels like a filler arc, honestly.
Yeah, it does, especially with the story not being canon. Well, not technically canon, really. It just seems like a side story to the main plot.
More like a side story, honestly. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I can see how.
I'm only hype about Astra, and that's it.
Okay. All right. Well, that leads into my next question: is how you feeling about Astra Yao and Evelyn? Who you pulling for and why?
I'm obviously pulling for Astra. I literally don't see any reason to pull Evelyn if you have Soldier 11 or need a yeah. Oh fuck! I can't talk properly. Give me a moment.
You're good.
Yeah, basically, I'm pulling Astra because I've been playing since release, since 1.1, and I've literally saved all my polychromes since then for Miyabi, and currently Astra is the best pick for me for her best team in slot.
Okay.
And I already have a Soldier 11 from a lost 50-50, so I literally don't see any reasons to pull Evelyn.
Yeah, I mean, for people that have Soldier 11, Evelyn seems like a total skip. I don't think she's totally gonna power creep how Miyabi power crept Ellen Joe. I think.
Yeah, absolutely not. I don't see her power creeping at all.
Yeah, so 100%.
Like, Soldier is still gonna be strong, but not full on power crept.
No, she'll still be a viable option.
Also, if you're like more of an end game player, yeah, you would find more pulling for supports and DPSs because she's the first limited S rank support, and Easter wanted that. Which Easter is very scarce right now.
Yeah.
So that's one of my main reasons for pulling.
Okay. And leading into the next question is, any changes that you wish to see in patch 1.5? I know that we already seen everything that's going on in 1.5, the whole layout. But if you if you could implement your own thing into patch 1.5 that you wanted to see, what would it be?
Honestly, like selfie mode for all of the characters that you can walk around with would have been really fun.
Say that one more time. You cut out just a tad bit.
Oh, my bad. Like selfie mode for all of the characters when you're using them in the overworld. So far you can only use selfie mode for Bell and Wise.
Yeah.
I think if you could do selfie mode for all of them, it would have been add to more of the immersive experience.
That's actually pretty cool. That's pretty cool. One of the things that Adam said earlier, one of our first interviewers, is he said that he wished to saw you know how Kaleida and Ben have an animated ultimate kind of scene. He wanted to
they do, yeah.
He wanted to see more factions have these kind of animations. How do you feel about that?
Oh yeah, I agree with that. Completely agree with that.
Yeah, I really love it. Kind of dope.
It would have been really epic.
Leading to the next question is, what are your thoughts on the new EO system versus TVs? How do you feel about them? Which one do you like more? What do you prefer?
I honestly, again, I'm kind of neutral. I really don't. I don't mind TV mode. Honestly, I don't see why people are mad. They're the speedrunners, honestly, that are pissed about TV mode.
Okay. So you're very neutral.
But yeah, I think I'm very neutral. But I think the option for not TV mode, just EOS running out, is also pretty cool for those who don't have a lot of time, who are like grown adults, have jobs and stuff, and can only play a few hours a day. So yeah, having that little shortcut for them is also nice. It attracts all kinds of players for better experience.
100%. I agree. I just like having the option to enable or disable, and it just basically everyone's happy.
Also, one thing I'm grateful about is like a skip option for the story, because I've seen a lot of story skippers, and they're pretty happy about that. You can play ZZ how you want to play ZZ, which is pretty fun. Unlike other games like Genshin, yeah, you cannot skip at all, which is very, very annoying.
Oh yeah, that draws out the patch too fucking long.
Exactly.
Cool. All right. So next question is, what's your thoughts on the two banner system going at one time, like how Harumasa and Miyabi were going at one time? Do you think that they should fully adopt this, or do you think that they should continue going down the...
Definitely fully adopt it, yeah.
Okay.
They should definitely fully adopt. Like, Star Rail got its double banner since, like, when, 1.3 or something? I don't know,
No,
but Star Wars got it's for
Star Rail doesn't do it. They technically do it with reruns, but what I'm saying is like the limited characters. Do you think Evelyn and Astra should be ran at the same time?
same time. Oh hell no, bro. You're like if you want the both, you're cooked. You gotta pull out the credit card for that part. I'd say yeah. I think like limited character rerun, then next limited character. They should not be together at once. It's gonna be way too hard to get them for free-to-play players.
Do you think? I feel like it would be easier if you think about it, because
I would.
Think about it. Let's say there's 6 weeks in a patch, right? You have 3 weeks to get Astra Yao.
But what if you want both Astra and Evelyn? Because Astra works pretty well with Evelyn. You can only get one of them.
It gives you
they're both on the same banner.
It gives you a 6-week window to get both of them, as opposed to a 3-week window. Right?
You know, I never thought of that actually. Yeah, I agree with you completely.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
Yeah, so yeah, that was just my kind of thing. Is like that'd be pretty cool if we had the 2 banner system going. But this
more time to get the characters. Yeah,
exactly, 100%. But this also leads into my next question, and my last question is, what's your thoughts on mid-patch downtime? Is it just me, or does it feel extremely slow? The reason being is because
it does.
I felt that, you know, with Miyabi and Harumasa going at the same time, that after the first week of the patch, it just felt
like there's no
slow.
More thrill left.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel very slow. Yeah, it was like Miyabi was the hype, and after you got her, like, okay, well, now what? Like I built her since she released, and it's kind of like repetitive for me, bro.
Yeah. Okay. So, what would you do to combat that then?
Combat that? I honestly. Probably more intriguing events. I don't know. I'm not a Hoya developer.
That's fair.
But yeah, I definitely feel like maybe put Miyabi on the second half instead of the first half. That way you had a bit more anticipation for her.
That's fair. Okay. Cool.
That's big. But again, it's just me yapping, and none of my opinion really matters.
No, yes, it does. It does. You're one of the player base that enjoys the game. You've been around since one of the beginning stages of the game. Your opinion does matter. All right.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, man.
Yeah, no worries. And you know, any last comments you want to say before we dip on out of here?
I'm gonna go sleep. I should probably go sleep. Thank you for having me
no worries,
for this interview.
I appreciate you.
I'm terribly sorry if it wasn't like the others ones, because I'm kind of it was all-nightering.
It was great, bro.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Did you stay up all night for this? I appreciate being your snack.
Actually, yeah.
Oh fuck! I'm sorry. Hey, you know what though?
No, don't be sorry.
Man. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having me, Smack.
For sure. Take care. Go get some rest, bro.
You too.
And we'll talk to you next time. All right, man. All right, boom. Average. What's going on, my boy?
What's poppin'?
You know, vibing, doing some interviews, talking about ZZZ, yapping. Can't complain.
Yeah, can't complain here.
All right, hold on. Turn you down just a tad bit. All right, boom. All right, let's jump into the first question, my man. What's your overall feeling going into patch 1.5? You feeling excited, happy, sad? What's going on? Let's hear it.
I'm feeling pretty excited.
Okay, why is that?
Because it's the new CCC update.
True. That's true. Okay, so, all right then. Well, let's hear how you feel about Astra Yao and Evelyn, who you pulling for, and why?
So they're pretty cool characters. For me personally, I'm pulling for Astra because she sounds like a pretty good support character for my team.
Mm-hmm. And what about
that's about it?
And what about Evelyn?
If I get Astra, I'll try and pull for her.
Okay. All right, cool. So you do prefer Astra. You want Astra first, and then you might try and get Evelyn.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Are you going for Astra's weapon? Are you going all in?
I mean, I'll try to get it.
Fair. That's how it be, bro. Trying to get it. That's how it be. All right. Next question is, we kind of already have an idea of what's going on in patch 1.5. We've seen the patch notes. We understand what's going on. What are some changes that if you could just insert into patch 1.5, what would you want to see? And if you have nothing to think of, Adam said he would want to see more animation, like collab animation alts, whereas you know how Kaleida and Ben, when they do an ult together, they have a different animation as opposed to when they do it separately. That's just something that they said. What's your ideas? What would you want to see in patch 1.5?
Can we go to the next question? I'm gonna think about that.
You know, think about that one. Bet we'll swing back on that at the very end.
All right.
What's your thoughts on the new EO system versus the TV's system? Which one do you like? Do you prefer one over the other? Are you neutral? What do you think?
Pretty neutral, but the new Bamboo system seems pretty fun.
Did you get a chance to try it out?
I mean, yeah, and he'll waste one, but that's about it.
Fair. Okay, so you're very neutral on them. You don't mind the Bamboo system. You don't mind the TV system. You're chilling with both.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I did play like 2 hours straight of He'll Waste one today, so.
Okay. All right. All right. Next question is, what's your thoughts on the two banner system? How Haramasa and Miyabi were both going at the same time. Do you like that system, or do you think that they should just go back to one, Astra on one half of the patch and Evelyn on the second half of the patch?
Yeah, I like the two banner system because, like, if I get one character, I don't have to wait for the other,
Yep, I agree. It's pretty. No, I like it. And it also gives technically everyone 6 weeks or 7 weeks, however long the patch is, to potentially get both these characters. You don't have to sit there and wait 3 weeks for another one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Next question is, what's your thoughts on the mid-patch downtime? Is it just me, or does it seem like the patch goes really slowly after the first week? And it could be because of how Haramasa and Miyabi were both going at the same time, but what are your thoughts on this? Do you feel any fatigue in the middle of the patch where it's just like, I don't even want to play it? It's kind of boring.
Yeah, I felt that with the tail waste one of them, like, doing it. So that's why I did it like the last day today.
Okay, gotcha. And so just swinging back on that last question is there any changes that you would want to see in patch 1.5? If there's nothing, you could just say ZZZ is a great game. I love it.
I feel like instead of paying with real money for skins, like, if you get a character who you already have Matt's Mindscape for, you can put that character towards the skins for that character. I feel like that would be a good system.
So just to clarify what you mean here, you're saying is if you have max Mindscapes, you pretty much get the skin for free.
Well, I mean, sure.
No, well, if that's not, let me know. What do you mean by that?
Like, instead of getting, like, currency for extra characters, you can, like, put those characters towards the skin you want.
Oh.
They don't have to pay real money.
So essentially, let's say you get a dupe of a character, you get a special currency that you could use you can put towards a skin.
Yeah.
Actually, you might be cooking with that one. I mean, if there was an option where it's like, okay, you can either get the Mindscape or you could get a special kind of currency to get, that would be pretty cool. I actually like that idea. That's pretty unique, man. That's probably one of the most unique thoughts. Actually, out of all the interviewees, I like that one. Average.
Yeah.
All right, my man. Well, that's all the questions I really had today. I appreciate you stopping by, my boy. Is there any last bit of piece of comments that you want to add to this? Anything you want to say to the ZZ devs if they're listening?
All right, Pete. Join the Discord.
Wait.
We got chill people here.
Wait.
Just join it.
Wait, what'd you say?
Join the Discord.
Oh, yeah. Everyone join the Discord. Link is pinned in the comment section down below. W Average. Hey, man, I appreciate you stopping by, yapping with me for a little bit, my man.
And I enjoyed being on this call with you today.
Say that one more time.
I enjoyed being on this call with you.
Gotcha. Hey, man, I appreciate it, my man. Thank you for yapping with me in the Discord. Thank you for stopping by, yapping with me. I really appreciate it, my man. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, man, take it easy. All right, so boom, that was all the interviews that I did with my Discord community about how everyone's feeling going into patch 1.5. We had some interesting and spicy takes, and honestly, no matter how well or bad this video does, I'm gonna continue to do these things with my community because I like connecting with y'all when I can, and just being able to yap with some of you helps make my day better. But just wanted to say, if you're new here and enjoy these kinds of videos, make sure to hit the sub button and turn the notification bell on so you don't miss out on any future videos. If you enjoyed this video, I'm more than confident you'll enjoy either one of these videos on screen. The one on the left, we yap about the inevitable skin problems ZZZ will face, and on the right, we yap about the support meta in ZZZ and how it's not what a lot of you think it is. But that's all I got for today, you freaky frogs. I hope you all take care, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace, peace.